Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Today's video is what you've been waiting for, the ROG Zephyrus S15. This is one of the lightest ultrabooks in the gaming segment, so I'm super excited to see what it can do, and more importantly, how well can it actually game. So let's get to the unboxing and first impressions. Let's roll. All right, so let's open this one up. I know some of you have been looking forward to this video, and so it has finally arrived. Ooh. It's just tiny. I can tell that it's very lightweight because the box weighs almost nothing, it seems. All right, so we'll get that out there for you guys. This guy. And this is going to be our power brick. So this one comes in at 240 watts, actually pretty slim overall. So we'll see how hot that thing gets. We have our power cable. All right, so this is the unit here. Now let's take a peek at what's inside. All right. Oh, wow. That's pretty cool. Just slides right out like a glove. All right. Let's see what else we got in here. Some not so useful manuals. Some warranty. Yeah, some stuff we don't need. All right. All right, so there it is there. Well, what I already like about this is it's not your faux brushed metal. This is legit. This chassis, it actually features a magnesium alloy. So what's interesting is that's supposed to give it some additional rigidity, some cooling properties over your typical, of course, plastic chassis, as well as aluminum. Nice kind of handle on the back. Very thin, you can see. Not as thin as the Razer Blade 15, but pretty close. Like, this looks good. Wow. Yeah, it looks really good. I like it. Okay, so let's open it up and see. Oh, look at that. One finger open. That's great. No webcam. You know, I think ASUS was like, don't like webcams. You know, kind of a poor decision this year, I think. They probably could have used a couple webcams, but that's okay. And one thing I want to show you guys is, I don't know if you'll be able to catch it. I'll see if I can put this right here. But as you open up the lid, it actually lifts. So you can see there's a lot more airflow that can get underneath the chassis. So hopefully that gives us better thermal performance. We'll have to test it and find out, but I'm looking forward to doing that. So let's take a peek at the unit itself from an I/O standpoint. So nothing on the back, just a couple small vents. So we'll see how well that actually can perform from a thermal standpoint. All right, so on the left-hand side, starting from the front, we have our headphone out, our mic out, USB 3, HDMI out, our network port, and our barrel plug, along with a vent. And then on the right-hand side, we have our Thunderbolt port, 2 more USB ports, another vent, and our Kingston lock. So overall, great port selection, I think. I like that they were able to include the Thunderbolt 3 port on this. All right, so chassis. So the lid, nice metal finish. It's got this nice brushed feature to it, so it should be fairly resistant to fingerprints. Already looks like it's faring pretty good. The deck itself, so it's got this kind of almost like a soft plastic to it, but it's textured, so it's going to be really good against fingerprints, but it feels pretty nice. Something that's really interesting is there's actually no vents on the bottom. Like there's no intake at all. There's a little bit on the sides here, but very tiny. So really what happens is when you open it up, you can actually see now there's some venting here. So we'll see if actually that's enough to actually move the air through this unit. But let's talk about the specs on this, because it's no slouch on specs. This features an i7-10875H. That's 8 cores, 16 threads, and it also features liquid metal for the thermal compound between the CPU and the cooling apparatus. So why that's important is it's supposed to give another 10 or so degrees of thermal performance so that hopefully it can not worry about thermal throttling. That's a pretty beefy processor for an Ultrabook. So I am concerned that we're going to get some thermal throttling on this unit. Time will tell. I'll definitely put that in the full review. The other feature is 16 gigs of dual channel memory, and that is at 3200 megahertz. The video card in this is the 2070 Super Max P. So 115 watts is what this thing's supposed to be able to push out at. The other component is 1 terabyte NVMe SSD. Now talking about the screen on this unit, this is a 1080p screen, 300 hertz, but 3 millisecond response time, 100% of the sRGB, and G-Sync. Like, this thing has it all. Now, we'll see if this actually is able to have a good battery life. They claim it's supposed to get up to, I think, 8 hours. Haven't seen anything get that close, so we'll see if this one actually can in practice. Let's turn it on and see what it can do. So per key RGB. This also features a 76 watt hour 4-cell battery. I do have to say that the chassis is really nice. It got a nice feel to it, very premium feel. So in terms of the range on this, you can see it gets about 140 probably degrees of travel. So decent, probably all you'll need for this unit. The screen does look good. I am liking the screen there. So the one comment I'd have is once it's on, in terms of being able to hold the unit, you know, I wish there was something on the back side that you could grab onto. You don't have anything to grab onto, so it's you are gonna have to, you know, either hold it with 2 hands when you're walking around. So that's, to me, that's a bit of a miss. I do wish it. It's still too heavy to kind of, you know, one-hand it per se. And this does have some flex to it. The bottom kind of pop out for venting. So, you know, you don't want to probably, you know, clamp on with your hands too hard on that. But overall, looks great, looks very premium, feels very premium. Keyboard is a per key RGB. Good travel, very tactile feel, very springy keys, I would say. So we'll see how it works after a few days and how I like it. The trackpad is smooth, not too loud, and it is all one pad. So a couple keys on the other side there. So first impressions on this is it's very nice. Like when I just look at this, I'm pretty happy with the look. It's sharp, it's lightweight. I'm very optimistic to see how well this one performs, but time will tell. The one thing I am worried about with such a tight package and having the 8-core, 16 threads, and the 2070 Super is the thermals. So like I mentioned, it does have the liquid metal application on CPU and GPU, so we'll see if that actually gives it enough of an edge so that it's able to not thermal lock on itself. All right, so that wraps up the first impression and unboxing of the Zephyrus S15. Looking forward to putting through its paces and letting you know what I think about it. But leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like me to include in the review. I'll put a link in the description for this notebook. And hey, like and subscribe to the channel, guys. If you like what I'm doing, please sub. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think. And until next time, bye for now.